Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at that tan. Look at this tan.
This table's about to go up a couple
It's
inches.
tan.
Look at this tan.
Fucking tan. Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Got a new tan.
New tan man.
It's not fake either.
No, wow. One day outside.
I
Dan.
know.
It's Dan, the new tan.
I was out for like 5 minutes. I burned up. It's ridiculous.
I can't-
I get a sunburn. 10 minutes. If I was 5 minutes away from being a lobster.
I wonder if they can really see on camera like how tan you. It's actually ridiculous. One day, I didn't know you get tan.
Well,
If we start filming in the summer, if we when we continue to
Yeah,
film in the summer,
It's an eternal summer here, though.
well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's introduce ourselves for a second.
when we continue to film in the summer, if I'm gonna have to just be recluse and stay inside because I will look the color of this picnic table.
Can you roll up the sleeve just to see if there's a tangible difference?
No, it's more in the face. It's more in the face.
It's more just in the face.
I
don't know.
What's
It's there. It's
all
there.
right? Let's get the intros in. What
Yeah.
do we got? Johnny, what's your name?
My name is John.
There you go.
Danny or Dan the man with the tan.
Yeah, absolutely. Today,
I'm Nick.
and I'm Antonio, and welcome back to our picnic.
Picky Boys podcast.
I can't believe this tan, dude.
I know.
I didn't notice it till we got in the room. Maybe it's the sun, the lights.
I'm 25% Spanish.
Yeah,
There we go.
I wish I could. He is.
It's true.
Show me the 23andMe. Show me the 23andMe.
No, I'm not buying a 23.
Would you do that?
Yeah, that's
Twenty
cool.
me? Vote for to find out you're 0.2% native.
Yeah,
You know, it's like what's the point? Cause then there's some people that are like, actually, I'm 0.3000% whatever we're talking about right now, so you can't talk to me that way.
0.3. But no, I'd do it. I'd rather do Ancestry.com where they'll dig up files. they'll dig up your ancestry.
What are you?
No, they'll dig up files and hit records, whether it be legal documents or stuff, so you can kind of piece together some things that your family did in the past.
Off the
and they'll get
Mayflower
pictures
kinda-
and shit.
Realize you're related to Ted Bundy.
Oh, well,
Or a king,
Or King, yeah.
or Ted
Mine
Bundy.
is the same thing.
or just old man Rivers.
Did you see the trailer came out for that Zac Efron Ted Bundy movie
Oh, the trailer came out? No,
Yeah.
that was a little bit ago.
2 days ago? But
2 days ago?
the full trailer, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know this teaser.
That sounds interesting.
It looks pretty good. It's called the title is just extremely disgusting, and incredibly vile.
That-
That's
the
the
title.
title.
Oh, it's supposed to be like that one movie, right, with the kid.
Yeah,
It's
which
like
is really unfortunate because they sold the title to my autobiography.
so close.
Adam.
Dude, listen, I know everyone says Ted Bundy was a good-looking guy, but no one is Zac Efron looking good.
That's true.
No one is Zac Efron looking good.
Yeah, you know who is?
Zac Efron.
That's right.
That's
right.
it. That is it.
I
That's where
think
draw the line.
I think it's more to illustrate the charm, It's like you're supposed to be people are already enamored with Zac Efron, so they'll kind of
Be enamored. with
they'll
Ted
be
Bundy.
they'll be like a charm, like a lot of people were with Ted
with
Bundy.
Ted Bundy. But it's a weird thing. Ted Bundy's famous serial killer, by the way. Just
Yes.
had to throw that out there just in case.
If you don't know,
Now you know.
Honestly,
Now you know.
yeah, just check out, was it the Ted Bundy
Bundy
tapes?
Oh, yeah, on Netflix,
Bundy
right?
on
Crazy,
Netflix.
crazy
Good,
story.
good.
This serial killer, he also just represented himself in court.
Yeah.
Had-
He was like a lawyer or something, wasn't he?
no, absolutely not.
What did he do before? Didn't he have something?
I
He
don't
was
think
like
so.
a very,
He went to
very
the library a lot, I think.
yeah, very minor politician to say the least.
All right.
Like God, down here
Like
politics.
5 people voted for him and he made it.
No, I don't even think he made it in. He just tried.
That's confidence, though, being your own lawyer for something like that. That's
Confidence or
Or stupidity?
no, not even that. Just psychotic.
yeah.
No, but dude, even if you're a lawyer, get a lawyer. Then you have 2 people working at it. It's just
Politicians are crazy. Not getting into politics, but there's a thing in
No
Ukraine.
politics.
There's a thing in Ukraine. There's I think it's Ukraine. Yeah, there's elections going on right now.
Yeah.
And the front runner is a guy who starred in a show about a nobody that became the president, and now he's becoming the president. And the name of his party his political party is the title of the show.
It's like a
And he
real
wants
world
and
House
he-
of Cards.
and he's getting like 45. No, but it's like a comedy show. I think it's like he's a teacher, and like a clip of him goes viral online, and then like people are like, I like his ideas, and he becomes president in the show. And then he just ran, and he's like running, like he's running on he's the same political like
Exact-
anti-corruption stuff specifically for Ukraine. So he's like basically the character is becoming president.
No, dude,
it's
dude,
so strange.
Dude, just that
And he's
has
the
to
front
be-
runner too.
He's winning?
He's winning over the incumbent person who's already the person up for re-election.
No, see,
what?
it's a
That's
setup.
what the people want, man.
That's what they did. He's like, all right. They came up with this idea for the show, and then like, but this is all just to prepare the people for my, campaign.
Imagine-
This
or not
is
even
their
that. What
plan
if it's a
all
whole
along.
big publicity stunt for the show, and then he's about to win? He's gonna be like, I don't really want this
I
guy.
withdraw that. That would be
Watch the show.
shocking.
You want to know what happens when I'm president? Watch the show.
I mean, man, we had a
Imagine they just continue to film the show
as he's
as
president.
he's president.
That can't be allowed. Oh, what is it? President for them?
It's the equivalent of president.
yeah,
it
the
is.
equivalent
I think it's actually called president.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, I mean, we had.
I forgot what the title of the show is. It translates pretty rough into English. It's like something
I have no
of the
idea.
people or
Oh,
something.
well, we had Reagan, and now we have this guy. So
True.
movie stars, man.
Movie stars, but it's just kind of funny that like he is the president in the show, and now he's running to be the president.
Good. I mean, good on him. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's,
pretty cool.
that's crazy publicity.
Just use your platform.
Yeah,
Would you run for
crazy.
president? Would you want to be president?
absolutely not.
No.
You know how many clips they'll dig up from the show?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'd be president. I'd want to be president.
That makes a lot of sense. You want to be. That says a lot. You want to be president.
It's stressful. It'll really take a toll on your family. Like they'll try to assassinate your character and potentially even you.
But yeah, I mean that doesn't really. We don't have.
And it's also
we
like
don't have presidents getting popped in the back in booths anymore, really,
I mean,
or limos.
That is until you become too radical.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a job that I wouldn't want to do. Although my great aunt always used to say, "You're gonna be president one day," and
She
I
just
went,
lied to you.
and I went, "No, I'm not."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, she didn't lie. She was guessing. Who knows? Who the fuck?
Danny's just gonna become.
I'm gonna be
he's-
president. Just
Fight me.
this is where it started, right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can write yourself in.
Dude,
You can be voted for. I was a president elect.
Honestly, that'd be.
I mean, no, president elect is person
No,
being elected.
yeah.
I ran for
Yeah.
president.
Honestly, that's a pretty cool bucket list. Just sign my name, have you guys just all vote for me. And
Yeah,
be like,
you
hey, I
already
had 4
have
votes
3
for presidency.
votes.
I was
Yeah.
close. I mean,
I almost got
Wasn't
New York,
close. almost got New York.
I mean, I think it's some really like kind of sad number. Like I think like in 2016, like 15,000 people wrote in Harambe.
Oh, jeez.
You don't have to write in somebody that exists.
So, it's possible that a fictional character could win like New
Wait.
York or California.
You know,
I mean, there has to be somebody to
you
take the reins. Like somebody made. I don't even know how that works.
I don't know either. What would it be
I'm
like?
not-
Just
I don't know.
a cardboard cutout.
know, a fictional character who doesn't have a job right now who might be looking to run is, his name Jeffries the Giraffe from Toys R Us.
Oh yeah,
He might be looking to run. Watch
dude.
out.
Some companies should swoop in on that and just take Jeffrey the Giraffe, like
What?
from like just he's our new mascot now, like kind of how like
We should do that.
Oh,
the Verizon Sprint guy.
Oh my god.
I mean,
genius.
Sprint is a genius. They took the guy from the classic commercials, like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Moved them. The Verizon people probably said, oh yeah, that ad campaign's over. So we're gonna let you go, Steve.
You want
And
to
then-
jump ship?
And then Sprint was like, fuck yeah, and probably and it was great. His return was like, I can finally hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you now.
that's a great move.
They should have just kept them on the payroll
Just to stop
just
that
to
from
stop that
happening.
from happening.
Honestly, no forethought in Verizon. Just hire
No
us.
forethought.
Verizon should hire us.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late.
Well,
All I'm saying
I
is-
wouldn't. I don't know if I'd want Verizon to hire us.
Why?
I don't know because like then we'd have to have a bunch of calls with like executives and stuff, and they keep dropping because of Verizon's shitty LTE.
So this is
network.
actually an ad for actually an ad for Sprint. It's actually an ad for Sprint. All right. What phone network do you have?
I actually have T-Mobile.
Ah,
I think I also have T-Mobile.
Oh,
no,
wait.
I might have
It
Verizon.
works. It works great in cities and horrible everywhere else.
no, but
But
the whole thing is
it doesn't matter because I live in a city. So
Yeah, but that means it won't work when it counts. Like when the guy with the chainsaw is chasing you and you
Sure,
just
but that
they
means-
trips it down.
I mean, the reason I started with T-Mobile is because they're the only carrier that sold the Sidekick,
what
and
you
that was the
remember
coolest
those
phone of all
days.
time.
Dude, I had the Sidekick. I know the Flip is really cool, but I always used to clip my fingers. But the Sidekick Slide I had, dude, that was dope, man.
Sidekicks were awesome.
I want to start a Kickstarter to bring back Bob's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh,
I don't know.
Which
if
was
I-
a
I
Sidekick
remember
exclusive
that, but
game.
I don't know if anybody's gonna remember that one.
And it was amazing. It was like a side scroller where basically he's journeying to the center of the Earth, and it was so good.
You're just this little ball just bopping.
I think we can get enough people
Did
like that were born that had a sidekick that will just say, yes, it can't be that. It's just a side scroller. Like
Wait.
it can't be that much work.
you ever
I'm
finish
probably
it? Was
gonna
there an
piss
end?
off some video
Yeah.
game people. And I'm sure it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's so good.
Was there an end to that game?
yeah. Did he
don't
ever
know.
make it?
He had to make it to the center of the earth. It was it.
Somebody did.
It's worth it in our head now, but then when we go back, there's things where it's like, oh, that was so good. Let me show all my friends this really old movie, and you pop it in, you're like, ooh,
I've
I haven't seen this in a while.
Whenever there's stuff like that, you gotta pre-watch. You gotta pre-do it
Yeah, but
to make sure it's that
sometimes
good
you
again.
just jump you get too excited.
I've looked for emulators. I've even been on the verge of just buying a sidekick just so I can see and confirm whether it was good or not. But I never followed.
You never
through
bought
with
the
it.
Sidekick? Do they even sell them still?
probably find them
You
on
can
like
buy
eBay.
you can buy like secondhand ones.
Buy
I,
it on
I
eBay.
probably still have mine actually.
Honestly, there's probably just an
In a drawer
updated version
somewhere.
of the game. There's
No,
an
no.
updated-
Oh, I've looked.
Oh,
No, not doesn't exist. I really like that game.
Because there's like tons of Flappy Bird knockoffs. Like there's tons.
no, but we don't want
Yeah, but
knockoffs. What do we look like? Thrift
it's,
store?
it's
I
more
know.
kin.
We don't want
it's-
thrift
it's-
store Bob's
it's,
Adventure.
It's more kin to Mario than Flappy Bird.
The
It's
game.
The game.
Oh, we're comparing.
No, I'm saying like it's not like that kind of like Flappy Bird ripoffs are still good because you can't download it anymore.
Well, there's a whole
It
market.
becomes Flappy Bird. Yeah.
There's a whole market for stuff like that, like old phones that have like Flappy Bird installed, or like old PlayStation.
I have
that
Flappy Bird
like,
installed.
demos installed that got deleted, like that just sell for like obscene amounts of money.
Yeah, I can't delete it because if you delete it, then I can't
It's
ever
gone
go
forever.
back. Yeah.
It's gone forever. You don't
Sometimes I still play it on a plane. I don't know.
That's it?
Yeah, for some reason on a plane it's like when I go into airplane mode and lose all contact with social media and also lose contact with multiplayer games, which is what I've been playing a lot more recently. I'm like,
You
what
just
the
search-
fuck is all
yeah.
this other shit?
Search the
Like,
files
what
on
is
your
this?
phone.
And I find Flappy Bird, and then like, I don't know, somebody thinks that I'm like living in 2013 or
Yeah,
something.
And then you get aggravated that you can't get past 4 points, and you're like, this is gonna be a long
I can get a decent amount.
I could get a good 7.
No. I was pretty good at the time. I was pretty good.
Weren't you like ridiculous at that game? Did you get to like 800?
Yeah, I broke it. It crashed and went. I don't have a picture of it anymore, but I broke the game. That's just
You
me.
know what I was thinking? Speaking of like old phones and things like that, why did the customizable ringtone
Die.
die? I
Yeah.
mean, well, now we have more. We have more options than ever, and it was just kind of. It's just, I haven't heard it in forever. It's just I feel like one day everybody went, this basic one's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Just
because
stop.
Now a phone goes off in church, and everyone's like, everyone checks, because it could be any of our ringtones. But it used to just be like, who the hell is playing My Milkshake Brings on the board?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not me.
No. But back when that was the thing, though, the milkshake one was the most was one of the most.
I
common
had it.
ones.
It caught me in
Most
very
common.
awkward situation.
I used to try to pair them together, so like I'd have the Mario theme song as my ringtone, and then the coin sound like ding
That's the message.
as my messages.
You're going really hard in that paint.
Didn't you have the bubblegum one?
Sing it?
Ah,
Why can't I remember?
I had
like chewing bubblegum, or
Oh, is that the one from Paul Blart Mall Cop?
it might be.
It might
I think
be.
it is.
God, what is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Shout out to the comments. Let us know what it is.
oh, whatever. That's gonna
But
kill
yeah,
me.
I don't know. It just seems so crazy to me now.
I had to stop using those kind of ringtones because 6th grade, my phone went off. It was like my dad's hand-me-down, and all you hear in class is do you want my love, woman? And my teacher just like looked at me like, what kind of shit do you listen
no.
to?
If
It was embarrassing.
Actually, freshman year of high school, my phone went off, and I had one that was not as cool as that
Not
one.
kosher.
Mine was very like, like
I would have preferred
what
that.
song was it?
it was like.
What genre of music?
Well, back in the old time, like the old phone ringtone days, you could kind of just
Back in the old
scroll.
days.
You could just scroll and like get some really not cool ones, you know.
That was that was like a thing. Like that's why I was so shocked about it, because it wasn't just the death of like the customizable ringtone. It was a thing I did like actively. Like I would sit on my phone on like Zedge, that app with the wallpapers and ringtones.
Yes.
And I would just go through it and be like, oh, what's that one?
Absolutely.
What's that one?
No,
What's
dude,
that one?
even-
Like I would like that was an activity.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was a country song about like banging like your cousin and shooting like shit into the air. It was like something crazy.
No, dude. I mean, I remember like the
Pickup
radio
trucks.
the radio stations used to have them too. It's like, oh, text this number if you want to get like the ding from like Z100.
Oh, yeah.
It was like,
And you're right. Our network and our like pool is so much bigger now. We could maybe there are people that still do it. We just don't. I don't know.
The last time I heard it was about, I don't know, a few months ago. I was in Penn Station and I was in the bathroom, and
Oh,
I
jeez.
Excuse me?
I was in the bathroom and I was standing next to this guy on the urinal, and
you heard just,
he
"I'm
just
not
no,
crazy."
it was like businessman suit, you know,
Why couldn't it be a
peeing. You know,
you next to it in the urinal?
I was next to him in the urinal. All the other ones were open, but I chose to stand next to him.
like directly next to
I'm
them.
kidding. I'm kidding. But it was 1,000 Miles by Vanessa.
Oh my god, it's such
and
a
I was,
good one.
and I was just like, I thought like maybe his like AirPods had disconnected or something.
Oh, you thought he was listening to it.
I thought he was listening to it, and then something went wrong, and it had played out, and then he picked it up and he went, "How's it going, honey?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh no, but that might be for his wife.
The remnant, but it's on your phone.
Dude, you just remind me. I did that to my dad. I switched his ringtone to a Rihanna song, and he was in a meeting at work,
Oh Jesus!
and his phone was going off, and everyone was just sitting, and he didn't know it was his phone. He was like, "Who the fuck is playing that?" And then
You're a terrible child.
I felt so bad.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
God. Oh,
Yeah, I had a Rihanna
He
song.
came home
I had a Rihanna
not
song at one
happy.
point.
not happy with me. It was a while ago.
I just had all the songs that were popular at the time, I guess. It
God,
was a good one. I like that. I like that era. Hopefully we'll move back into it, you know?
that's also when prank phone calls were a big thing. You know,
Yeah.
You could *667 some people.
star 67. Does that still work?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I got 2 calls from a no caller ID today, and I was like,
Was it Robert?
I don't know.
Because Robert's phone has been being listed as unidentified, yeah, unknown caller.
Because like I after they called me, I tried to look at the number, and there was no number, and I was like, who why am I gonna pick up?
Yeah, no,
We're
I don't.
past
I
that.
don't
Who is
know.
this?
I
We're
don't
not-
know.
we're past
I don't know
that.
who. I don't know who it was, but I think it was Robert because every time he calls me now, it says unknown.
You know, I saw something and it made me think like, you know, the random numbers you get like Chicago and
Yeah.
like Utah like is calling. Why not save those numbers and just like put them in your contacts as hang up, and it's like you don't even have to think about it.
You
It's
can
like,
just block them. Then they can't
Yeah.
even call
And
you.
they change their numbers sometimes too. They have like those like things.
nah, you can't block them. You're right.
Yeah, you just block them.
Is that more steps?
Never put in. You never put in a. No, it's the same.
Well, they have like the apps for like your phone recognizes like a telemarketer phone number, so it has like a voice response thing that picks up and like talks to them and like wastes their time.
Yeah,
Well, those are cool.
my phone just is pretty good at just saying it's scam likely.
Yeah, yeah.
So any
Is that what it says?
telemarketer, yeah, it says like on the phone it'll say it's a scam likely.
Yeah, but sometimes that doesn't work. Like my accountant's been calling me this like recently,
Well-
and sometimes it just says.
Well,
scam
well,
likely.
well, they'll do that. I'm pretty sure they'll do that if they use a software that runs a number, like if your Uber Eats driver calls you,
Yeah,
or Postmates drivers calls you, they're calling a phone number that is calling your phone, so that you can't call their personal phone number.
Oh, it's like a
It's just like a middleman, basically.
middleman. Yeah, middleman.
Same thing with text messages. So like, So if the phone detects that, then it will like say it's spam. But I don't know.
So we're like I think the junk emails, those that algorithm is way off because only important emails go to my junk email and my spam
Really?
email. I swear.
No, yeah, I've also gotten
I
the
swear.
same thing.
It's like, did you check the junk? I was like, why would I do that,
Dude,
This like,
Same thing. It's people with a lot of like mailing lists go to junk emails, and same thing that you can't actually respond back.
One thing that frustrates me a lot is like sometimes I'll get emails from like my bank or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll go into the junk, and I'll see it, and I go, oh, okay, and I go mark this as important, or like this person is related to me, and then like a week later it'll be the same email address, and it'll still be in junk, and I'm like, what's going on?
That doesn't happen to me. That doesn't happen that often to me.
that's all. I think it's because what's your thing? AOL?
Gmail.
Oh no, Gmail's good with that.
Yeah, Gmail. I think Gmail's good. Stop using AOL.
I can't stop. It's like everyone has a junk email.
Stop using AOL.
Everyone has like their
Yeah,
like,
my email address, like, whenever someone's, do you want to give some fucking,
Yeah,
you want to give your email address
yeah,
for
no problem.
savings? I go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no
Boom, boom, boom.
problem.
It's my email address
Why don't you
with
say-
AOL at the
yeah.
back.
Take my little soccer boy 8769.
Why don't you just say no?
Because sometimes they'll offer me like a discount, or even sometimes like I'll check the AOL email just to see like, 30% off fucking
What's
Bed
the-
Bath and Beyond.
Everyone has a.
Hold on.
Oh.
Bed Bath and Beyond. Good store.
What a
I
place.
fit it in there one time. Bought a lamp.
Good store, great place.
And a
They
trash bin.
they give coupons that do not expire and can be applied retroactively. So you can buy something, take your receipt, go with the coupon you just got in the mail, and
Like a
say,
week later?
I want you to refund me 20% of this order. And it's a crazy thing. It sounds crazy, but nobody
Sorry,
ever,
go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
but nobody ever takes them up on it. So
'cause no one takes them serious.
it's a great like ploy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who shop Bed Bath & Beyond, a lot of moms will be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get that 20%
You know what?
discount."
It's because
But the thing is,
Challenger
but the
approaches.
thing is, that's even a good thing because the people that are coming back to reap those rewards still have to enter through Bed Bath & Beyond, and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't need that thing."
you know why Bed
That's a
Bath
good
and Beyond does that? It's because that was the movie that was in Click.
That was Beyond.
Adam
Christopher
Sandler.
Walken.
No, Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken was the
was
guy.
in the Beyond.
He was in the Beyond, yeah.
You
Bed
know-
Bath, and then what's there? What's Beyond?
Who knows?
Who knows?
You know what I don't understand that people don't do? Like they should have a store, like an electronics store where they buy stuff, right? But they don't. They charge everything at like $1 or whatever. But then they just have other people go to different stores, and it's like, oh, you'll match the lowest price, and then they bring it up.
That's an
Wait.
that's an episode of a show called Nathan for You on Comedy Central.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But the thing is, how are you going to stop people from buying your TVs?
Well, that's a good point. But I'm saying, like, I would just have that store or whatever, and then like I'd have my friends, and then I'd be like, oh, hey, like,
Well,
there's this. I
I'll-
have a
I'll-
legitimate business.
I'll tell you how it works. He opened the whole store. By the way, fantastic show on Comedy Central. No problem giving him a shout out. It's called Nathan for You.
Oh, great.
He's a businessman. He's a business guy, but he's a comedian, and he'll basically go to real struggling businesses and give them advice.
Absurd.
That is absurd. Like
But it'll
this
work.
no, it doesn't. It never works.
Fake Starbucks.
Sounds
man.
I mean,
like
dumb
a great
Starbucks.
guy.
Dumb
Wait,
Starbucks
is it still like going?
I'm not sure, but there's a bunch of
I don't think
seasons
so,
on
no.
Hulu. I think it might be just not out yet. But Dumb Starbucks was a thing. But if you watch the episode, the guy who he was helping bailed out, and he said, "But I thought it was such a good idea. I decided to do it myself." Anyway,
jeez.
but so he does the same thing. He helps a technology store that's going out of business, not really doing well, and he says, "We're going to price match these things. We're making them all $1, and then Best Buy is going to have to price match the TVs." But the thing is, first of all, that doesn't help your business because nobody's buying your TVs.
Yeah.
And then people started buying the TVs for $1, and he went, well, we have to make sure that doesn't happen. And so he starts implementing these crazy things. Like in order to buy our TVs, you have to be wearing a tuxedo. It's a black tie. It's a black tie only to get into the store. And you have to wait through this line, and you have to crawl through a very small door. And you have to go through a door. On the other side, there's an alligator. And then in that room,
What?
there is a TV. So that nobody will go. Because people literally, like, if they saw a TV for $1, and they went and got a tuxedo and went to the store.
But the
and went
alligator
to
is
the
stopping
door.
them?
Of course. Would you go into a room with a fucking alligator?
One alligator?
One.
How big's the
How big?
TV?
What? I was about that. How big's TV?
No, to be honest though, like $20 for whatever I want, like 20 items.
An alligator?
Okay, well, is it? All right. How do you know it's an alligator, not a crocodile? Number one.
Either way.
Because if it sees you later, it's an alligator. And
See you later, alligator.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
if it sees you in a while, it's crocodile.
Yeah. So
But yeah.
I'm getting that TV.
And the point is, they went to Best Buy, and Best Buy said, "We don't care," and said no.
Yeah, good luck.
No, yeah, they said okay, price match, whatever.
Oh wow, yeah, well,
But yeah,
nothing
Maybe.
under 10.
fantastic show. I could go about it all day. Great show. You should watch it.
No, but you could totally fight that. Like the price.
No, if
the
they,
price
if
match
they
guarantee.
no, if they say, "Listen, asshole, I'm not selling this 85-inch TV for $1," scram. Like, What are you gonna do?
They reserve the right to refuse refuse service to any customer.
you know what's weird? There's a fine line between the customer's always right and not.
The customer isn't always right.
Usually, the customer is wrong.
The customer isn't always right, but you should treat them as such.
People
Well,
suck, man.
a situation where the customer is, should be right, but they don't consider it. In Europe, I don't know if you guys know this out here in the audience, but
Do we know it?
they serve you fried calamari, but they don't give you marinara sauce.
I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to. That gets me very upset.
So
That's
so
unfortunate.
we were in Spain on a school trip, and we
What are you
ordered
doing?
fried calamari. So
hate
we're
that.
like, hey, can we have a cup of marinara sauce? And the guy's like, no.
No, you know what? You don't get to tell the story. I'll tell the story.
All right. All right.
oh, funny.
If you're gonna tell it, let's at least do it right.
He's the captain now.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Everybody knows when you get calamari, you need marinara sauce. With
Of course.
Not if maybe 1% of the people.
Unless
eat
it's
it.
in like a salad, like a
Oh yeah,
fancy
like a
pasta.
seafood salad. Yeah, you don't get marinara. Okay, fine. Seafood salad exempt.
Background completely needed.
Yeah, that's fine. But we went to Europe, and this place said they sell world famous or like the best in
Madrid.
Madrid calamari sandwiches, and it was literally just bread, fried calamari sandwich. And also, we were sitting, and I was just like, "Hey man, the waiter," I was like, can I just have a side of marinara sauce, please?" And he went, "Impossible." And I said,
No, it wasn't just impossible. He does not.
"Oh yeah, no."
does
He
not
started
compute.
looking like, "Oh god, are they watching me? No way, this kid can have marinara sauce." And I was like, "Listen, dude, you sell pizza here, right?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You sell pasta here, right?" He's like, "Yeah." You sell
Ergo.
you sell
You have-
pasta
you have-
marinara
you have
sauce,
a tub
right?
of the sauce.
So you have a tub with the sauce. So can't you just scoop a little bit out, put it in a cup? I'll pay you extra.
No.
No,
Dude,
impossible.
Impossible.
does not compute.
Impossible. And I didn't get it. I did not get it. No matter how hard we tried, didn't get it.
How was the?
No, the funny
It wasn't good. The sandwich was not good. Without
Calamari was good, I thought.
no, he's a freak.
The best part of the story is at
Drier than the Sahara Desert in the summer, inside a grandma. It was dry. I'm
Best,
sorry. That gets upset.
best part of the story is in Spain they don't tip, but we're Americans, so we tip anyway. So we all get this guy there's like 4 or 5 of us, so we each give him like €1 or 2 each. And so this guy's like, "Oh my god, what's all this tip?" And we're like, "Oh, it's for you." So the guy looks and goes, "Oh, wait a second," and he runs back in the store. And while we're waiting there, we're like, "Oh my god, if he brings out this marinara sauce, we're
Yeah,
just
when
gonna
there's
throw
one
it home."
calamari left, I was about to flip out.
We're gonna throw, but thank God it wasn't marinara sauce. He brings us all out ice
He
cream.
gave us ice cream. So,
So at the end of the day,
Tipping can get you a long way in Europe.
oh,
yeah,
it
'cause
could
they
get
don't do
you.
it.
It could get you literally
It
anywhere.
get you anything.
Literally anything. But
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
especially in Spain. It's in
no,
Spain.
but they're big. But
It'll
listen,
get you anything.
No, but some places it's very like
You're like Japan. You can't tip.
can't tip in Japan. They hate it.
I mean, you can't.
No, you can, but it's very disrespectful in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
You know, every time I would very much a big advocate of every time you go to a place, look up the do's and don'ts. Absolutely.
course,
yeah,
that's
oh,
just,
definitely.
That's just
Because
that
some
means
places
you're not an asshole.
I think
I
like
guess.
I'm not gonna make up a country to for this fact, but I know somewhere like giving an odd number of flowers is the greatest sign of disrespect in that country. Like stuff
Wow.
like that. You know,
Oh, wow.
like you got to give 12 flowers. You give the 11th and it's over.
Or even like back to Japan. Another thing, like just weird cultural things. In Japan, business cards, big deal. You have to. It's like a whole little ceremony. Like you receive it with both hands. You make sure you analyze it. You look at it. You make sure you put it in a specific place. And then when you give it to him, you have to give it to him with 2 hands. They go through the whole motion.
Yeah,
It's not. I was just saying. It's not like a. Oh, okay, cool. I got it. And you just like toss it in your pocket. It's not like that at all.
Yeah, there's I don't know if it was Japan but it was a country in Asia, and my uncle went, and it's like, it's very rude to deny like food, and like if they provide you with food, like they'll like provide you to start a meeting. They'll be like, here, let's eat first, you know.
Yeah.
And the food was a scorpion. Like he ate like a scorpion.
Should not be rude.
I'll just.
And he was like, "Oh no, it's okay." And he's like, "Please, please, please, so let's do it." And then like,
Let's do it.
And then like the other people started eating them, and then like there's like a break, and his boss was like, "It's very disrespectful. Like you gotta eat it." And so he just
Got it. Okay.
Scorpion.
and so he ate it.
I think I can eat a scorpion if it was dead and cooked and prepared.
Can you do
Not a spider.
like Fear Factor that shit? You know how like they blended a rat like a sewer
Oh,
rat?
dude,
Oh,
I could do
jeez.
that shit like it's nothing. They're doing it for money.
Okay.
I will.
Like it's nothing.
I will.
We're gonna let that slide.
I will try anything.
You'll try to blended rat, a blended, s-
I
match-
will-
a
I will
blended
ch-
New
They're
York
not
sewer
gonna.
rat.
They're not gonna give you a New York sewer rat. They'll
I mean,
probably get it from.
no,
They'll get it
no,
from somewhere.
They're gonna fly it out from Florida and
Hold up.
first class this rat.
They're not gonna risk getting the people on the show
No, they
sick.
inject it
That's
with
a
some
lawsuit.
antibiotics. They blend it like eat this and I'll give you $50,000.
Oh, dude. If you're gonna guarantee
Sure
me
was
it's
a
not.
lab rat.
If you're gonna guarantee me it doesn't get me sick, I'll fucking drink that.
Boom.
Can you really guarantee that? You're throwing up.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's.
No, I mean like not sick like throw up. I mean like actually sick.
Yeah.
Also, it wasn't just rat. It was like it was disgusting. It was like Fear Factor New York edition.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was very cool. Fear Factor with the OG Fear Factor was great.
Joe Rogan Fear
Joe
Factor?
Rogan.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe
absolutely.
Rogan.
Dude, this
Shout out to
new one.
now who's become the podcast god of all. It's like
We should have started with Fear
who-
Factor.
I know, but he was great on Fear Factor.
Oh yeah.
Can you do it though? You think you could? So you're saying you could eat a blended rat?
For like $50,000?
Dude,
Absolutely.
Dude, you get that spaghetti like, and it's like, oh, it's a.
What about a
rat
live
tail.
tarantula?
No. Spiders,
Oh,
spiders,
absolutely.
man.
Well, no, it's
spiders are
alive
like
is very
nowhere
different.
near me.
It's different, but it's just crazy. I don't know.
No, I can't. I
What about
can't
dead
do.
tarantula?
Is it?
Way too furry.
I would try, but I don't think I could.
50 grand in my pocket.
Again.
but no,
Also,
it's-
it's part of a competition. The food thing was always the middle stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means you don't even know if you will win.
Yeah, because the final stage is, oh, you have to jump off this moving van onto that one, and then grab onto the helicopter, and then pull off these flags off this rope, and it's like, what are you doing?
I also
Those
noticed.
all looked fun. I like
Dude,
those.
no, dude, near the end.
You wouldn't be able to get to the next van before we even hit the helicopter. It'd be over.
Near the end.
I mean, they're all safe. They're all safe challenges.
Well, relatively.
Yeah, parachute. When you go skydiving, it's all safe. You got a parachute. Anything could.
yeah, I know, but I mean, like I said, I made a rule myself that I will try any food once before because I had a during when I was young I didn't like a lot of foods, and it's just because like I had these weird like negative kind of like I didn't like artichokes for some
Artichokes
reason.
delicious.
And I like artichokes a lot, but just something about the way they looked, I was like, ugh, artichoke. And I think they were called hearts too. It's weird to me.
Dude.
But so now it is the rule.
No.
Try everything one time.
No, just because something's on a plate doesn't make it food. It's like I'm not trying these caterpillars, Simba. Like,
Also, I've had caterpillars. They're actually very delicious.
Jesus Christ, what this guy?
Dude, let's
But-
have
what
a fear
am I supposed to
factor.
Dude,
Pinky
they,
Boys.
they are. They have you ever been to like
mean-
Spencer's or some shit, and they sell like
Crickets.
They sell a box of like crickets,
That's
and then they
different.
also have caterpillars.
I've never seen
Crickets
those.
and caterpillars are that different?
Okay.
Also,
first
it's
of all,
not like
yes.
it's not a big caterpillar. It's a caterpillar larva, but still.
Oh, that's different. I've eaten larva. I've eaten larva and caterpillars.
Similar.
No, it is not.
If it's dead, it's similar. If it'd be, I would guarantee, or not guarantee, but I bet it's the same texture as the cricket.
That doesn't sound right.
Why?
They were probably crunchy, though,
Well,
right?
yeah, no, crickets are like all
'Cause they're
because they got the
prepared.
exoskeleton, so they're all bony. But the caterpillars, they should be like squishy.
It would be
aren't
so
they?
much harder. to
No.
eat.
No, he's talking about larva. They taste the same.
No. I'm talking about a regular caterpillar now.
Wait, you
Versus the
that?
cricket.
I'm saying I think it'll be pretty similar texture to
Oh,
the
you
cricket.
can't say that. I have no idea.
A caterpillar isn't just squishy. Have you ever held a caterpillar?
No, I'm too afraid.
No.
Have you ever done those?
I'm afraid of a centipede or millipede or whatever.
Fuck those.
Well,
Things.
then,
Or those
a
night crawlers.
caterpillar is not that scary.
Listen, we're barely letting spiders have 8 legs. You go past 8 legs.
Also, but caterpillars are absolutely are not squishy. They're definitely be crunchy, especially if they all
They'd
of
definitely be
all of those bugs are
Potato
dried
chips.
out
I mean,
too.
no, but aren't they just like furry worms?
No,
Furry
No.
worm.
no,
Do worms turn into butterflies, Nick?
no. 'Cause they have
No, but
they
all
have
right, they're just furry.
they have
You want-
If
they
they
have
believe.
legs.
do they?
Yeah.
I
Caterpillars have very
Haven't you ever
tiny
seen the
stubs.
human caterpillar or whatever the fuck?
Human centipede.
Any centipede.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
centipede. It's not a
I
caterpillar.
mean,
What are you
caterpillar.
doing?
No, but haven't you ever seen the? Remember that book, The Centipede, about the?
Eat
The,
that
the little green one. The little green one.
Yeah. That's a caterpillar, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
It turns to a butterfly. I think.
It has legs for
No,
sure.
you got me. You got me.
Listen, man. I tell you what. Bacon and cheese crickets. Not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
All I'm
bad.
saying is don't.
Hold up.
Listen, you go to Disney. Oh no, you go to Universal. I'm sorry, not Disney. You go to Universal. You go on the Men in Black ride. Good off that ride. The ride's always end at the gift shop. Men in Black gift shop. They're selling bacon cheese crickets.
Bro,
Bet your family. Things get heated. Everyone has a bacon cheese cricket. Then you eat the whole box, and everyone's like, you know what? Not that bad. Let's try the sour cream and onion crickets.
dude, bacon cheese.
Not good.
Bacon cheese, anything. I'll try it. Bacon cheese, anything.
I'm just saying. You should try more stuff. Just try it once, and if you don't like it, spit it out.
I've heard that before.
Just because you put it on, just because you put it on a plate doesn't mean I'm eating it. That's not food. Just because it's on a plate, you plate it, you make it look nice, you Gordon Ramsay it. It's not food.
I mean, but if it, that's such a weird. This is such a weird thing to talk. Like, if it's food, like bugs are food
Yeah,
in many places.
they're animals. You eat
I
them.
mean, obviously, if you
Animals.
put shit on a
in
plate,
the
it's
animal
not
kingdom.
food. But it is food. Crickets are food.
Are bugs animals or
In-
insects?
insects are in the animal kingdom.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
I don't
going with
fucking
this.
know.
Yeah.
All right, let the comments do it.
Yeah.
I'm down to leave the comments to that one.
I was gonna.
Uh-oh.
When you guys were talking.
Oh, it's Robert.
Hey.
Come in, come here, come on
yeah,
me.
you
Come
got a
come sit on my
haircut.
lap. Come here.
No.
Come here.
Because he gets more of the camera.
Ah, special guest, come here.
Between both my two beefy
Yeah,
men.
both of us.
Robert's just coming in here for the free promotion.
Oh yeah.
Robert wants to shout out his freaking Wattpad.
Shout out to the Hodge.
When you guys were talking, I'll give you this.
Yeah, go.
You guys were.
You don't need to tell me no more.
You guys were talking about
Get
your
out,
guilty
get out.
pleasure, and there was a long pause. I was gonna sneak him and go. Mine's listening to people.
Yeah, we wanted to go for another 10 minutes. We thought you.
How was your day today?
You're Mr. Shape Up and Haircut too, huh?
Oh my God, Mr. Haircut, Mr. Haircut.
Everyone's got a haircut,
Mr. Non-haircut.
and he needs a haircut.
Here, the hat's
You
coming
look the
off.
same.
The hat's coming off.
Wait, I'll take the hat. I don't usually wear hats.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Actually, I got a hat.
Go for it. No, take mine. Take mine. Mine's better.
Why do you have that hat?
What is that?
You know who wants a hat? This guy wants a
Oh
hat.
my god.
No, I don't like.
Where we're going? We're going to the beach.
Oh, this is the first time you've never wanted one.
No, I like wearing your hats.
Oh,
'cause
he
it
likes.
fits you.
No, he likes his hair. Leave him alone. Come on.
Like, he's like, give me that, give me that, give me that thing.
Oh wait, no.
I like that shirt.
I'm covering my.
Oh,
beauty.
thanks.
I'm covering my
Yeah, I
beauty a
like
little
that
too much.
shirt.
Yeah, I'm going for the white shirt look.
You get the pounds of them for free. Or
I'm going. I'm gonna.
Dude,
I'm
we
gonna
gotta
be
go.
going.
I
know,
told
we gotta
you.
go.
I'm about to call.
All right, boys.
I have the
Well,
number.
remember where we are. We're still. We're still here.
Robert gets us excited.
Yeah, Robertson, look at him.
Look at him.
Hey,
He's son of a man. What are we talking about? I don't even remember.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Haircuts. Yeah, you want to do haircuts?
haircuts? So it's only you who's not got a haircut?
I'm-
Are you getting one?
I'm growing it all natural.
Just wait till you sleep.
Just put it in the middle.
You know what? We're going mobile.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! It's hard to know.
Oh god.
This is
Uncharted territory.
Oh jeez.
Oh, he's
my God.
disconnected. He's disconnected
Shit
from the
just got
Matrix.
real.
Easy,
Easy.
Are we am I in?
You're in.
Ooh, Rick.
We're here with Robert Santos for the third annual haircut ceremony.
I got a haircut.
What is?
This is for the second annual Cleveland balloon releasing.
It is Cleveland, yeah.
Let's do.
We're talking. That's that old story we were talking about.
That's all right.
We messed up. It was
forget about
Chicago. It was Cleveland, not Chicago. Just doing some housekeeping.
Okay, this is going off the rails. We need something. Someone shoot.
No, we're just doing some housekeeping.
Oh, housekeeping?
It was Cleveland, not Chicago. Feel free to call Antonio a dummy.
What?
Dummy.
was
Dummy.
Anyway,
Won't be the last.
Let's do a little quick round about what is the worst experience having a haircut.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, I'll go first. I was a kid. I always went to the same place. I'm not gonna name the place obviously, but I was at the same place.
Yeah, don't dox yourself.
And then one day, scissor, a little too close, piece of ear. Started,
Oh, that's why your ears are fucked?
yeah, started bleeding. Never went back to that guy. I feel like that's fair. That's a fireable
Then
offense.
they're
Oh
back
my
to that to the guy or
God.
the hair, the barber.
Oh, the place.
The whole place.
I'm not going back.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
fair.
blame you.
Fair.
On my turn. So okay, I don't have one for me. Me.
No, let me hold it. Let me hold it.
For me particularly, but my sister, my grandmother gave her a haircut when she was around 6 or 7, and she snipped a part of her like eyebrow off, but, like the skin off too.
Oh
came
my
off with
God.
The scissor. She just has this scar right here from where like my grandmother's shear scissors snipped off her skin.
No,
Oh
but
my
if we're talking about
God.
like grandparent scissors, those are like the fabric
Yeah.
scissors that go.
Yeah.
Oh, the long ones with the black
they have
handle.
to like make clothes.
Yeah, like it's like one level away from being just shears.
It's like it's like something that was like it was part of their property value, like it was possession. I feel like
Yeah.
they've all had like, oh, I have my scissors. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Shears.
you put it on the wedding registry, like, oh, give me some towels, some
They're like-
dishes, a pair of good
If
fucking
this
scissors.
ever doesn't work out and we split it 50-50, I want those shears.
Yeah, there's gonna come knives. One.
We're not splitting it that far down the middle.
Well, no, dude,
Legs are bony.
Oh, thanks, man.
those scissors were like long, right? Like they could cut a whole pant leg in like one thing.
No, they weren't. We're not Edward
A
Scissorhands.
whole pant leg.
Oh,
Maybe shorts.
the ones I have.
That is a garden shear. That's bigger than a garden
The
shear.
ones I have whole pant leg,
That's
one cut.
Impossible.
That's a samurai
You
sword.
bring them on next time. I want
That
to
is
see these.
that is a 4-foot.
Watch out for the-
I think you accidentally bought like ribbon cutting ceremony scissors because that is
What,
ridiculous.
You know, like when they're opening a new place and those scissors are just too damn big. It's like
Can you imagine cutting hair with those?
I can't. But Nick,
It's like a giant.
yeah, but Nick can imagine cutting pants.
Whole pant leg gone.
Wait, so you saw this happen?
What do you mean? I know how long they are, and I know how long a pant leg is.
But you have
Whole
no.
pant.
You have
so
no
they are
proof.
your scissors are this.
No,
are this.
no, not the length. I mean the width.
Oh, what
Yeah,
the
the whole.
So you have no proof. Is what you're saying.
What do you mean? No, the width. The width.
Wait, the width what?
The width.
width
pant
of a
leg.
pant leg?
What the hell are we talking about?
You said a whole pant leg, and then you went like this.
No, I meant like the pant leg is like this.
You were implying that they would go in a movement and cut the
Yeah,
pant
yeah,
leg.
like this.
You're talking about
All right.
this part.
Yeah, like the width.
Oh, so you were just talking about scissors.
calves.
Yeah, listen, they're a whole pant leg long.
Hey, thanks.
No, not
no,
wide.
that's wide.
You're right.
Wide.
The whole
Robert's my
pant
boyfriend.
with like
Horizontal
long.
pant leg, not vertical pant leg.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Whatever.
the
Forget
point. The
about it.
point is.
What's your worst-
Nick's got
what's your
big-ass
worst-
scissors?
What's your worst haircut experience?
Worst haircut experience? Probably, honestly, I haven't had anything that bad. For almost my whole life, I've gotten the same haircut until this most recent one.
Yeah.
I didn't
This is
say
my
your
favorite
haircut.
one
Don't
he's gotten,
fucking say
too.
that. Anyway, but yeah, and then I've had multiple times where I've like gotten kind of like a shape up of sorts, and then like I've gotten out, and then like I'm walking in front of people, and they'll be like, they'll be like, "Dude, your shit is just so crooked and fucked up," and I'm like. I mean, like, I go to a Russian barber that, like, the last, like, this haircut that I just recently got, there was no words spoken by him.
Nothing. What,
Nothing.
Did you really say what you wanted?
I said, he said, meh, meh, meh. And I went, like, that was literally the
Did you
noise
put
I
a
made.
mirror? You know the mirror thing, like showcasing your head.
Yeah, like the back
Oh,
part
at the
with
end,
lower
but I'm
back
saying
part.
it just at the beginning.
Would you just hold his
He
hand out
just,
when
he
you
said,
pay him too?
he said, "Knit," and I went, like, 5 on the sides and the trim up top.
That's on a fire.
And then it is actually.
Is it really?
Anyway,
Really?
yeah, I don't know why.
Well, it depends what barber you go to.
Yeah, anyway.
Wait, on the side?
These
Shut the
measurements
fuck
don't
up.
mean anything.
And so yeah, and so I said that, and he went meh. He cut my entire hair. He went he pulled down the mirror, and he just continued to say meh, meh.
That's it.
And then I paid him, and I went
And you went meh.
and I went meh, and he went.
I think that's just a barber code.
It's the barber code. I
You think,
honestly, I like it that way. Don't talk to me about what I'm doing, how my life is. I don't want a barber like that. I don't think yet. Maybe I just haven't found the right one.
You know what I don't like? My barber.
There'd be a Tinder for
It's really
barbers.
hit or miss sometimes when they're talking
Tinder
to you.
for
A
barbers.
Tinder for barbers.
Hey, listen,
I'm
I'm
sure
looking
there's-
for
trying to
like a really
find
quiet
experience.
experience.
Because there are people who have really good relationships with their barbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people only trust their barbers.
No,
I know.
It's two people you trust. Your
And
brother
I
and
can
your
I
brother.
can see that. Like I
I know people who like break
What do you
up.
want?
I know people who break up with their barbers.
Yeah, it's like
What do you
Sorry,
think? What do you
man.
think? All right. What do you think? Do you have a haircut story?
I have two bad haircut
you
stories.
you have
You
time
get
for
one,
one.
and then we should go around,
And you get the
and
other
then you
half.
should think about. We should go around and say what we think a Tinder for Barbers app should be called.
So there were pictures for my senior pictures. So I went to a barber and I showed him a bunch of pictures. I'm like, I want it exactly like this. I have pictures tomorrow. He's like, got you. I thought he was super cool. He's doing my hair. I'm closing my eyes. I'm like, I've gone to this person a few times and he cuts my hair, and right when I think he's done, he goes, yeah, I can't do it. And I'm like, what do you mean?
You mean like
And I-
like 75% of the way through? He's like, it's over.
No, not 70. Like he cut off almost like most of my hair, and the picture I showed him had a lot more hair than what he cut off. And he just goes, "Yeah, I can't do it." I'm like,
As in, it's not.
Did
that
you not see like? Did you not see
no,
that?
I was-
Obviously, like, ooh,
I
that's
was-
a bit too much off the side.
I
there,
was
buddy.
Once it
watching.
happens.
I was watching and I was keeping an eye on it, but it came to a point where like it was getting into technicals, and he was just like he just fucked it up, like cut it too much short in the back, and then in the front he cut it way too short with one snip, and it was just like, dude, you botched this.
Yeah, it happens.
I
There's
never
no
went back to him
proportions.
again. I had to retake my graduation pictures
at
because
least
the
you guys
haircut
retake
was
them.
so bad.
I don't like how when my barber, when I go in with like a friend, like the same guy's cutting our hair, and I get like, he calls me like, oh, you're a movie star. You look like a movie star.
Oh, that
and,
guy.
and then
No, it's you look real gangster.
no, and then the
he
person.
goes and tells you a movie.
Yeah,
star.
I'm a movie star, and then the person who goes after me is like, "Oh, you look real gangster." It's like, I want to look gangster. I don't want to look like a movie star.
Tinder for Barbers.
What's it called?
Barbicide.
Jesus Christ.
Barbara Streisand.
What's yours?
I have two. I have Locks of Love.
No,
And,
no.
And
It's one word.
Sheer Connection.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That also sounds
That's
like
solid.
people who own sheep.
Ooh, Sheer Connection.
Yeah, like farmers
Ooh,
I
or
like that.
sheep herders. Sheep herders.
It's gonna be
Sheer connection. Beautiful.
Anyway,
We end it there.
that's been the Picky Boys podcast.
Where do I find you?
They can find me at NikkiPV97. Basically any social media platform.
Johnny, where do they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Johnny Boy. The O's are underscores.
I guess we should give a where do they find you?
You can find me on Wattpad, WATTPAD. I forgot to spell it for a minute. And I'm the Hodgepodge.
Spell the hodgepodge.
He, no.
Duh.
Oh, yeah.
And then HODGEPODGE.
How do you spell the?
Okay.
Here you go for where do they find you?
Oh, me? No, you
You know where
got,
they find you.
You're my call.
they find me at Prisco, and where do they find you?
Mine's over here. Dmore723. And,
Nikki
oh, yeah,
P.
can't do the
97.
pass. And also,
Nikki P.
don't forget to
97.
follow the Picky Boys podcast, please.
Can't forget to follow Pick Up Those Podcast, like and subscribe.
Can you calm down, please?
Like and subscribe. Can't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And
Smash that like button.
Just demolish that fucking like button.
And ring that
and
bell.
this time instead of thank you, I'm sorry.